Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chris Manifest here. I wanted to share my story about my successes and failures with radio. And I just want to say I've been doing music now for over 10 years full time, and where huge opportunities came to me for my career and allowed me to do this full time and make a really great income and really launched my career in North America was because of radio. I would say after the first three albums, I think it was three albums, I didn't have much radio success. We had a few ads on radio here, a few stations playing it here, a few stations there. I ended up blowing up in Japan, which was really awesome. I don't think that was as much of a result as radio, though, as just as much as fans finding it and it just creating this roller coaster effect of people purchasing the album, and then radio came on top of that and then just multiplied it even more. But in North America, I was really frustrated, wanting to have a better career, not that many people coming out to the shows, and then all of a sudden we had a radio hit, and it was off this album here actually, The Chase, and it was a song called Avalanche. And radio in North America, in the US, just started playing the crap out of this song. And I just watched singles just shoot through the roof, started selling so many singles. All of a sudden, we started selling 500 albums a week. And it was just incredible. All of a sudden, my phone was ringing from managers wanting to manage me. All of a sudden, bands were calling me saying, hey, do you want to come on our tour? And I remember finally I was able to use the leverage of the radio to get onto tours, and it was just amazing when I went and played these shows that people were singing the songs. They knew the songs, and people started coming out to the shows more, and it just created this effect that I had never seen in my career before. And the reason for that is because radio is an amazing amplifier. It just takes, your audience, and it's just like if you're just focused on that many people right there, that's like a couple hundred. When you get on radio, it just opens it up so you're just reaching so many more people. They call it impressions. All of a sudden, millions of impressions, and you're just getting played on the radio during the day when people are actually listening to it and they're playing the song multiple times. And obviously, the song had to have been good. Like, it was a good song, and obviously, it created emotion in people to go buy. And so radio is really, really powerful. It changed my career. I wouldn't have the career I have today if it wasn't for that. I'm going to get into so many more details about it in this course, but I just wanted to share my story a little bit. And what was really cool too is, because that song, I owned the publishing on it, I owned the rights to that song, I ended up getting really big royalty checks from just the radio play, not even just the sales, but the fact that the song was played on the radio. I got a performance royalty of that. So I started to see big checks from that, which was awesome. And it just, merch started selling more off the online store, and it just opened up so many doors. People going to my YouTube page and watching the song, and my social media blew up. That's how I got my 160 plus thousand likes on Facebook, and just so many things happened. But in this course, it's definitely not about a get rich quick thing and just get on radio and your whole life will change, because I've also had a lot of failures with radio where we've gone with second singles and third singles and just going to radio again and spending my own money and not seeing any results. Okay, when you get radio success, it's kind of like hitting the jackpot, and it's like a touch of fame and a touch of this, like it's like you hit the gold vein and you want it again, like you really do, because you see what it can do to your career. And so I ended up having, I think, 3 really strong singles off this album. We call them radio singles that you released to the record. So the first one was Avalanche, the second one I think was No Plan B, and the third one was Every Time You Run. And so we had a really great response off this record. But then on the next record, we did okay. We still got lots of ads, and we got momentum off my next record, which was Fighter. But I'll say we went to a different format on radio with a song on Fighter. And I'm just going to tell you the story. I spent $20,000 to promote a song to radio out of my own pocket. And we got literally nearly to no results. And talk about a buzzkill, talk about, gambling, thinking like it's just always going to work and you're just guaranteed you're in it forever. And so that's why I always say to artists, when you're having success, ride that success as long as you can, especially with radio, because you don't know when it's going to end. And when all of a sudden it does end and it's just over, it's just like, frick, man, you want it again. And so I'm in a position right now where we're going to radio again and we're seeing some results, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen the same exact results, that huge hit. We have a song we're going to be going to radio again shortly, and we really think it's going to be bigger than ever, but you don't know. But that's why you got to keep trying. You got to keep making new music. You got to keep promoting the new music, and you got to say, hey, I'm committed to this, and I'm going to do it anyways because I love it, and I want to get my message out there, and I want to get my music out there. And I guess I just want to say here is that, you know what? Radio is an awesome tool and avenue to do that. That's why the major labels are pouring hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars into radio for certain artists and for their songs, and the whole payola thing, which I'll get into, and buying their artists onto radio, because it has the opportunity to sell hundreds, if not millions, of records and of songs and downloads and impressions and streams, and just do so much. You know, it's still a viable platform, not like we don't have MTV like we used to before, okay? So radio is still like the last piece that is still working and still making a huge impact, and that's why so many people are fighting for it. So in this course, I really want to educate you guys and make you understand everything, every situation that you could, how to hire somebody, just to know what a radio ad is, what payola is, radio liners, just radio marketing, how to find a radio promoter. There's just a lot of details to go into this, and I can't just teach it all in this one lecture here. This is just kind of like the overview of my story, but I just kind of wanted to prepare you and encourage you about the opportunity. And it's not just the get-rich-quick thing. It's not just, swing once and you get it. Sometimes you got to build relationships and build relationships with the radio stations, and there's just a lot that goes into it. But I just want to say, don't give up. Keep swinging, and have a positive attitude about it, and just keep creating new music and learn this business. Go through this whole course. Don't assume you know everything. I've had a ton of experience. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on radio promoters and promoting my songs to radio. I've had labels promote for me, so I've been on both sides of it, both the indie side and the record label side. So I've learned a lot of things, and I just want to help you guys out. I just want to inspire you and do whatever I can to help you get your music on the radio, so you can get your music and your message out to as many fans and new listeners as possible. So let's jump into this course and let's rock it.